Welcome to another episode of Raising OK Say Kids Conversations with Metro Family in Oklahoma City. I'm Lindsay Cuomo, and today I'm joined by Ashley Mediz from the Boeing Company in Oklahoma City. Welcome, Ashley.
Hello, thank you so much for having me.
I'd love to start with telling our little listeners a little bit more about you. Ashley was born and raised in Oklahoma City. She attended the University of Oklahoma and graduated in 2019 with a bachelor's in mechanical engineering and a minor in nonprofit organizational studies. Ashley began her career at Boeing as an intern in 2018 and currently works as a structural design and payload engineer for executive transport services and support. At Boeing OKC, Ashley serves as the outreach chair for SWE and the DEI co-chair on site. We're so happy to have you here today.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing all that. I'm really excited to be here. I'm excited about the event that we have coming up, Kikapalooza this weekend. I'm a Girl Scout or ex-Girl Scout myself, so I'm excited.
It is exciting. Well, I'd love to know, would you say that you're more interested in STEAM as a kid, or is it something that kind of came about later in life?
So I think that I always have loved like messing with stuff like hands-on things, like building blocks or putting stuff together, like designing stuff. But and maybe like problem solving, but I don't think I ever tied it into like the STEAM realm. I don't think growing up, I even knew an engineer, like a single engineer. So, um, yeah, I think it was just like maybe I thought science class, I would enjoy the experiments. And I asked my mom, like, can I go sign up for the science summer camp? But that was like the most I had kind of exposure wise to STEAM. I don't think I really knew that's what it was.
Yeah, it's kind of a new buzzword that we've added a little bit later, but it's always been with us. What turned your head about working at a company like Boeing?
I love that Boeing has been around for 100 plus years, first of all. So they have some really cool products. Like, for example, I worked on the B-52, and that was produced in the late 1950s, and it's still flying today. So just to be on that program and get to like be in like a line of generations that have worked on it, I think is what interests me the most. And also, like, they just have so many like different opportunities, whether it's space, whether it's commercial airplanes and the new exciting like aircraft they're building in commercial. There's so many opportunities in the Boeing company, and I think that's what really drew me to the company.
That's an incredible legacy. I'm familiar with Boeing, but just all that they do, that's really incredible. So when you hear the acronym STEAM, certain traditional fields come to mind. Boeing is such a multifaceted company, like you just said. It seems that many aspects of science, technology, engineering, art, and math might come into play. What letter in STEAM do you feel kind of best fits Boeing?
Let's see. If I had to pick one letter, probably engineering, just because we're working on like we have to come up with maybe new sustainment ideas that will sustain those long aircraft, or we have to come up with innovative engineering ideas that will help our new aircraft fly. So I think that we're definitely we fell into the realm of engineering, but we have like so many other aspects. Like we have our Boeing research and technology side, so that may fit more specifically with technology, but I may be biased, so I would say engineering.
Yeah, and I can even see art as a play in there because the aircraft and the design, like that
Yeah.
has a beauty and art to it too. So it's pretty cool.
Yes, you have to be creative and innovative in the design of the aircraft too. So I think art does really play a part in it as well.
So, what are a few little known or little thought of careers that contribute to the STEAM field at a company like Boeing?
So we have all kinds of different job roles, like from human factors, the people who are considering how a user of an aircraft um, may experience the aircraft. So, like a pilot or somebody who's a passenger, maybe for a commercial aircraft. So, those are human factors engineers. And then we also have like safety engineers, and safety is a huge, huge value of Boeing. And so, that is something that definitely plays a role into the company, and probably something you wouldn't consider to be a STEAM role, but it I think it ties into how engineers and all kinds of job roles do carry out their job day to day.
That's
So
incredible. I did not even think about that part of this, but that is an incredible element as well. So, if your child is showing interest in the STEAM field from an early age, what would you recommend to do to foster all of that interest?
I think, first of all, definitely attending things like Geekapalooza. So the STEAM event on Saturday, I think that that is a great way to just kind of get kids like get their feet wet, maybe realize like because I remember at the Geekapalooza event in March, they had like meteorology stuff, which I don't even think about that when I think of STEAM, but that's definitely part of it. Or they had stuff with rocks. They had firefighters. So I think that is a good way to get kids like introduced to the realm of STEAM. Um, so like any kind of STEAM summer camps, or even finding them a program like First Robotics or something like that to really kind of see if they may be interested in it. I think is a good way.
Why is it important to Boeing to help foster the next generation of STEAM workers?
I think that STEAM workers face problems that we don't even know about yet. And so it's important to prepare these students to be career ready and focused early on and teach them the skills needed to be adaptable and to make sure they're able to apply it successfully in their job. So I think they're able to do that, especially through STEM related and hands-on activities. And Boeing specifically supports like STEM activities from young ages all the way through college. Even in my career now, they support us continually learning um, different skill sets, technologies that will help us in our day-to-day jobs. And I think STEAM can reduce like economic disparities
Mhm.
and have a special emphasis on creating cradle to career pathways for students underrepresented in STEM fields. So, like me personally, um, there are not a lot of African American women in STEAM. I would say that we're definitely a minority. And so Boeing has like resources at the job to make sure that we're fostering a community to support those individuals in the company. And we also make sure that we go and do outreach in the community, like with the Girl Scouts of Western Oklahoma. And we're encouraging young women, people from different racial, economic backgrounds to get involved in STEAM.
That is great. That's great to hear because, like you said earlier, that you didn't know any engineers as a kid. So having that representation and dreaming big is a really cool aspect of it because these kids, they're going to solve problems we don't even know about. So that's pretty incredible, I think. So what's one thing you'd like families to know about STEAM opportunities and Boeing?
So Boeing specifically has free STEAM resources. It's through our Future You programs, and they provide virtual field trips to different Boeing sites. So we have Boeing sites in Charleston, we have them in Seattle, here in Oklahoma City. We have ones that support the International Space Station down in Houston. And so this Future You program provides students with hands-on activities, and they can be accessed through boeingfutureu.com. So we partner with all kinds of organizations. We know that like partnering with organizations like the Girl Scouts really helps us continue to expose different students, like all kinds of students to um, these resources. But yeah, so we're grateful to be a partner with the Girl Scouts of Western Oklahoma, and I think it'll help us continue to on our mission to expose STEAM to the youth and underrepresented back.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today and inspiring us to know more about what opportunities are available for kids and families in the metro. For those listening, please do not miss your opportunity to dive into STEAM hands-on activities at the world-class companies at Geekapalooza, a STEAM festival for kids presented by Boeing and hosted by Metro Family Magazine and the Girl Scouts of Western Oklahoma. This event is this Saturday, November 5th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Tickets are available in advance for a discount or sold at the door for full price. Learn more by visiting metrofamilymagazine.com/geekapalooza. Join us next time on Raising OKC Kids.